YouTube. So, here's what I've been working on today. Well, this past week, reading from my notes, I've been working on in the left hand stretching, hammer-ons, and pull-offs. I've been doing that on the D string and working on finger independence exercises. For the left hand, I'm doing the stretching because I want my hand to stretch so I can play maybe some more complex chords, as well as just getting it comfortable to where I can play chords for a more extended period of time. This also comes into play with playing the bass line and the melody notes at the same time. As far as the hammer-ons and the pull-offs, what I realize is that the bulk of your technique and speed kind of comes from the left hand, and I realized that my left hand was weak and lazy. It needed more strength. The hammer-ons and the pull-offs is what helps you to play faster, because as the tempo increases, you get you're doing less picking, and it's more reliant on that left hand to carry it. So that's that. I also did my finger independence exercises, same thing, just to open the hand up more so I can play, maybe hold down a bass note and then play with the free fingers, and then stretching into some odd shapes and whatnot. So I'll show, of course, at the end of the video I have examples of all of these that I've been working on, so you can see the progress that I've made. As far as right hand is concerned, I've been practicing those Giuliani studies. I did the ones that focused on a PIMA, which is going to be thumb, pointer finger, middle finger, and ring finger. So I worked on that at 55. You'll see that I worked on the tremolo with the 2-note, 3-note, and 4-note. And then for both hands, I actually had a different approach than what I was doing previously. I was doing scales, and that worked, and that got the 2-finger scale technique up, and that's really come along. You'll see that as well. But I incorporated, or I'm going to incorporate some new exercises in there, because I want to get back to my more intervallic style, whereas this one was good for playing scales. It can become limited to playing some wider interval arpeggios. So I just had an aha moment where, okay, if I'm practicing the Giuliani studies and I can play these arpeggios and skip around like that, essentially that's the same thing as playing intervallically. So I'm going to add that in, where the thumb is going to play some notes as well as so P, I, M, and A are going to get involved at times, and then if I need to play like the same string, multiple notes on that, then I'll revert to the 2-finger technique. That's that. Autumn Leaves, I added in my practice playing the melody along with the bass note. So that's gotten stronger now, and my hands feel more comfortable doing that. So the next thing I'm going to work on is going to be playing the adding in guide tones, and when I flesh out the chords a little more. That's going to be the next step. I also worked on the 3rd floor of the elevator that Labyrinth of Limitations talks about. First floor was unison, so playing single notes. Second floor was playing triads, the diatonic triads to that scale, and the third one was playing triads, and then the third floor was playing triads. The second floor, is dyads, so that was playing thirds, and then now the 3rd floor is going to be playing triads. So I got that down, and then also worked on the minor 2-5-1, just trying to get that under the fingers and see it in the 5 positions. So that's what I did. Like I said, I'll post it after this. It'll have, you can see the progress on it. Moving forward for the week, I'm gonna continue practicing stretching until that feels more comfortable across all the strings. I'm gonna continue to work on hammer-ons and pull-offs, but I'm gonna go to the G string Finger independence, keep that up as well with one finger and then 2 fingers at the same time, moving independently. I'm gonna switch to the P, I, and M for the Giuliani Sons. I'm gonna take that up to 60 and get that going. Tremolo, same thing. Gonna take that up to 60 for next week. Spread and drop twos. We're gonna get that as well. I'm gonna work that in the next position. Yeah, work on that. And the intervals, I did seconds. I'm gonna work on thirds, still doing it on the major scale to get that down. For autumn leaves, I'm gonna add in, like I was saying, guide tones or fill out the chords a little more. Not a full like 4-note chord, but maybe like a 3-note chord or whatnot. I'm gonna work on the 4th floor of the elevator, and I'm gonna work on I think I'm having some issues with the Superloqurin on that 5 chord. Not really seeing that as well on the neck, so I'm gonna slow down and I'm gonna work on that, because I typically play and look at things with arpeggios in mind. So that Superloqurin is kind of throwing me for a loop because I don't see the arpeggio in it. So the arpeggio I'm gonna go with is gonna be an augmented dominant 7 sharp 5 chord, and then I'm gonna use the remaining notes as tensions and then try that and see how that works out so I can visualize it a little bit better, because right now I can kind of run it up and down the scale but I can't skip around, so it gets a little boring. I don't know, I probably didn't talk about the floors with Labyrinth of Limitations. He's on YouTube, you can check him out. But that's just to harmonize notes, because I want to try and get a more fluid and denser playing style to where I'm not just playing chords are relegated to comping and then they're big drop twos or block chords, and then single line is relegated to playing melody and soloing. I want to combine the two to have this fluid style. Like if you listen to The Bat by Pat Metheny, so kind of like that, or I said Julian Lange, that kind of style. Sometimes Jim Hall, like playing Autumn Leaves and whatnot, to where it's all one. So it's like comping and soloing, but it's all one. And at any point in time, I can weave and move back and forth between the two. So that's what I'm doing that. So then as I can harmonize these notes, then I can play more things. And with the stretching, that helps me to grab those grips, as we call them. So, yeah, that's about it. I'll show you the progress, and yep, talk to you guys next week. All right, so this is the finger stretching. 1, 2. All right, the trills. See, that one's, those 2 fingers not that strong, so that one needs some more work. And then so then the goal is to get those clean and fast, but more so to be comfortable and not let any tension creep in to stiffen up my hand. So that's that. Then the finger independence exercises would be like, I kind of do this one without the metronome, and then another one. And same thing. I want to keep the fingers, so this one moving, but keeping these light on the string while I'm fretting. That's a big stretch there. Sorry. So that's it for the left hand. All right, so for the right hand, for those Giuliani studies, out of time. That and then same thing, want to keep it calm and without any stress, relaxing my shoulders and relaxing my fingers while staying in time. Yep, got off, but yeah, you get the idea. So that, all right, and then on to the tremolo. Relaxing the shoulder and relaxing the fingers. Up, and that one got off. So here it is. It's coming. It's coming, which is exciting. Okay. All right, my autumn leaves. So they're stretching. stretch. But that's a good way. That's the finger independence. But yeah, so it feels more comfortable. I think you can probably hear it's cleaner. But yeah, it's comfortable, the left hand, and even with those stretches. And then here, I mean, it's coming out messed up now, but that's the concept of, the stretching from practicing that exercise to keep that finger there, and then the finger independence of them while moving those. So that's, one of the reasons why I'm practicing that exercise. All right. Messed that one up. I forgot it. Let's try it again. And then I try to go up and down the neck.